Okay, everyone, I will tell you that in Thailand, first of all, let me tell you, Thailand is a beautiful place. A must go to. So you must go to friendly people, very nice people, very, very, very accommodating, and just all around great, just great place to visit. But I want you to see some of what I saw. You're not going to see it as clearly as I saw it necessarily. I'm not the best photographer in the whole world, but we did put together some decent things. So let's see, come right here. There we go. I'm going to start a slideshow. There's some video in here and some pictures. And as you can see, that BitConnect put together this hall, and they have BitConnect all over the place. And these are not just like streamers. These are actual things that they built, and with the BitConnect, you know, the BitConnect logo and everything on there. And then what you see is a number of people as they're beginning at this point, beginning to go in. And of course, from all over the world, and saying BitConnect is the cryptocurrency revolution, okay? And see the stream of people all over. I mean, just look at the numbers. And then all, you know, from all over the world. 14 countries were represented on the stage. Doc, they gave away. They gave away about $5 million. They gave away 5 cars. This is some video. Can you hear this?
Can't hear it.
Okay, give me just a moment.
Okay.
I'm going to pause it. I'm going to change. I'm going to have to actually probably dial in. So I'm going to pause it right here, and you can continue to talk a little bit, Doc. But they gave away $5 million worth of stuff.
Unfortunately, we were not able to make it, but we had a queen go there in our stead, and I watched a good amount of the live stream, and I'm going to tell you, it just, you know, it talk about increasing one's confidence, which I had a tremendous amount of confidence in BitConnect anyway. But obviously, a company that gives away all that cash and big cars and what have you is not a company that's planning on going away tomorrow. And we have seen that since then, today, I'm not sure where she is on CoinMarketCap right now, but for a brief period, she passed over $2 billion in market cap. Remember back in June when we first got started with our BitConnect, she was at about $300 million market cap. So she's almost, not quite, 7 times the market cap just since June. We're just getting into the 11th month. So in 5 months' time, she's almost 7 times the market cap. And for a brief moment, she passed one of my favorite assets, Dash, on CoinMarketCap. So she and Dash have been going back and forth today in terms of, she got as high as number 6 today. Give me a moment. Look at my other computer with CoinMarketCap. Let's see where we are now. And what I believe that the event did, since they did the live stream, she's at 1.9 billion right now on CoinMarketCap. And again, she, I mean, gosh, she passed one of my other favorite assets. She passed NIM. NIM's down a little bit, but she passed NIM. And what's very interesting is a large number of the altcoins, alternative coins, those coins that are not named Bitcoin, are down because Bitcoin is going up and appreciating in right before the fork, which they're saying may happen about the 16th of the month. So we saw this happen back in August, or leading up to August. Bitcoin price went way up. Well, a lot of the other altcoins are selling off. People are selling those altcoins to get into Bitcoin. Guess what's not being sold off? BitConnect. So Bitcoin today is on CoinMarketCap 4.7%. BitConnect is up 4.55%. And a lot of the other altcoins, now Bitcoin Cash is up really big, but a lot of the other altcoins have been down for a good part of the day. Some of them are making some retracements now. So I hope if you watch the live stream that you walked away having confidence that BitConnect is here for the long haul. Are you back, Queen? Are you ready, Queen? Okay, I'll give it to you.
I am back.
Okay.
I was trying to, so you can hear the audio, but I'm going to let it, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and let it play and let you see, and I'll just talk through. But It was fun. It was really fun. And what I will, so what you see here is just basically it starting. And what they put together was so huge for us that it was, I mean, it was outstanding. And as you can see how big, you can't really see the size of this room, but look at the number of tables.
Queen, I'm not saying that you might need to unfreeze your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did. I froze. I'm sorry. I did freeze it.
Okay.
There we go. Late. All right. There you go. I apologize. So as we're moving into the room, you can see how far back this is. You really, I mean, it doesn't give you totally what we were seeing, but it gives you, it comes close. So they had tables that had your flags on them. Everything was set up so that you could actually just, you go in and grab a table, start meeting some people. And if you see how many panels they had on the sides of the room, so that you couldn't miss anything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, it was really nice. It was really, really nice. It's gonna move on to another picture now. That was the fit. Didn't try to videotape the whole thing, but did a great bit of it.
What a scam that BitConnect is.
I know, right? I love all those folks who call this a scam, and they've been scamming. They've been saying scam real loud too, real loud and strong. Yes.
Hey, Creed, do me a favor. Mute out for just a moment so we won't get this echo. You remember a few months ago, right? When we started promoting BitConnect, you sent me a video of someone who has been in our following, and this guy beat me up. Didn't mention my name, but he beat me up big time for promoting BitConnect. He talked about how he had looked up to me and been followed me, and now I was promoting BitConnect, and I was leading my audience to into a Ponzi, and it was going to crash and burn. And I don't know what got into this guy. I thought he was for his people, but I guess it's just about the commissions for him. You remember that, Queen? You remember that? Well, dude is now all over YouTube promoting every other lending ICO there is out there.
Wait a minute, wait.
He posted 4 videos yesterday or day before about 4 different new lending ICOs. Same guy who said that BitConnect is a scam, that I was a scammer, and now he's out there promoting all sorts of lending ICOs that are unproven. Sure, we're doing the same because of the potential of the ICOs themselves, but it's just funny that here was a guy who was saying BitConnect is a scam, called me a scammer, and now he's out there promoting these lending ICOs because BitConnect has proven herself. I'll give it back to you, Queen.
That's okay. All right, so as you can see, this room is filling up. and more things are happening.
Your screen's frozen.
Oh, this room is filling up, and there's more and more things going on in the room. This is what our little what is it? The thing that tells us what all is going on for the evening. It looks like, and very nicely done. And they pretty much kind of stay to the time. Say welcome to the Big Connect annual ceremony. So this is going to be an annual event, and just not in. I mean, so I'm pretty sure the next one won't be in Thailand, or maybe it will be. But we met a lot of great people there. Even a couple of team members were also there that I saw, and the hotel was really good.
James and Sheila?
Say it again, please.
Was it James and Sheila?
Yes, it was. I met James and Sheila.
Cool. Okay.
And they were there and having a good time also. Sheila was there from Canada, so she was representing Canada. And James, of course, was from the U.S., and he was representing the U.S. And then there was a lot of folks there representing in the U.S., a lot of folks representing Thailand, Vietnam, South Korea, Russia, Australia was in the house. The UK was in the house. And that doesn't look like an empty room, does it?
No, it does not.
That looks like a lot of people who are having a lot of fun. And guess what else? They had an open bar for all of these people. That's huge. I mean, Doc, you're laughing. I don't really drink, but they had an open bar. And so those folks were having a good time. That's expensive. You're laughing, but that's saying they spending
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. That's the reason why I'm saying that. They had an open bar, and that meant that they were spending a lot of money, not just on the food, because you haven't even seen the food yet. And this is what, table 185? So it seats about 8 people per table. And that's only in the middle of the room. So, and that was when you go in, it tells you which lines to get in, had your countries located, and then we getting up on the stage, and all of this. This was lights. This was action. This was they did film. They did actual props. They did actual. I mean, just actual everything.
Hey, Queen, let me stop you for just a moment. I just got a text from our search traffic, the leader of a search traffic agency, and he's on the webinar, by the way. He's watching what you're doing, and he got really excited because he said, "Oh my gosh, we can run international traffic," and he said, "We're going to absolutely crush BitConnect." That's coming from our search traffic agency leader dude.
All right. So, I mean, and yes, international, definitely. Vietnam, they had people giving their testimonies. A young man from Vietnam told the people, "I made $200 a month prior to BitConnect. Now I make $1,400 a day." That's huge.
That's huge. That's huge.
$200 a month.
That's huge.
I am living off of $200 a month now, and now I'm showing my people how to do the same.
Yeah, that's huge.
These are our hostesses as we move through the evening, and our band and MCs and a whole bunch of other things going on the stage here. But look at that. This is a prop. BitConnect. All of this is prop.
That's first class.
It is. Absolutely. They did this whole thing. And look at this. This is a cube outside with the little BitConnect symbols all over it. And the word BitConnect
But Queen, we don't know who the lead person is.
Actually, I think something was going on there, and I didn't catch it. Um, but they really did talk about who they didn't necessarily say who the lead person was, but they did give some information, and I couldn't quite put it all together. And maybe James has some information. I had to touch base with him.
Well, listen, if I don't know who the person is behind it, I'm not joining.
Well,
It's
I'm
scam.
sorry.
Scam.
Yeah, you can say okay. That's
And
okay.
you a scammer for talking about it. You scammer, you.
You that okay. So who gave away the money and who received the money? That's what I really want to know. I mean, who gave it away? Look at that. They lit up that room. They were having fun.
Yeah, because they had an open bar.
Well, that was even without the open bar. They were having fun even without the open bar. Everybody wasn't drinking. And that came, and actually they went to the bar pretty much after some of this was going on. People didn't really go to the bar because you see water on the table mostly now, see? But they did go to the bar later on. And I saw a few people with baskets of stuff as they were taking it back up to their room. You know, I just had to laugh. I was like, okay, didn't get enough in there, huh? So you had to take a little with you. And so yes, they did. But it was a whole room full of people having a really, really, really good time. And I really wanted to share some of this excitement. See these hands raised. See when they're leading in some of the leaders. They're using the hostesses and drums, and I mean just it was. This is I don't know, I can't remember his name, and sometimes it shows up on the screen and sometimes it doesn't because of the lighting for these pictures anyway. I'm pretty sure they have it recorded, and then when they introduced each country, each person from each country, they put their flags up behind them. As you can see, the flags, changing at times. Top promoter award. Top promoters reward. There was more than one top promoter. That's number one, and that number is 50,000,000. Okay.
But didn't they give them that in Big Connect coins?
Um.
I
Yes,
think that's what I saw on the live stream
yes.
because on over the weekend, Big Connect coin was going for $215 a coin, and now it's going for 260 something.
Right. So if they didn't cash out immediately, they have even more money. They have even more money.
There's almost at 263 right now. Almost at 263, and it was going for 215 during the live stream.
Right.
Wow.
And that's another big screen they have on the side showing, that's showing what's going on the stage. The entertainment was awesome. They had an aerialist. They had some groups, and then what I really will share another time is the actual video that they made. Videos that they made. They made videos for Big Connect. They made songs for Big Connect.
Yeah, it had some golden silky vocals. I saw that. Yeah, I was grouping.
You were having a good time, right?
By the way, that $50,000 in Big Connect coin, if they kept the coin, is worth another 11,000 just a few days later.
Okay, if they hadn't spent it yet, if they hadn't changed it into Bitcoin yet and into their cash, then they have even more money. And that's the one thing about the cryptocurrency is that it does grow. Now, I forgot. Did they have Cambodia? I think they had Cambodians in here. There was people. There were countries. And we think that some countries is that $100 is a hard sell, but even in those countries they pool their money together and get started. And we did get pictures of the cars, at least 4 of them. The Lamborghini, it just kind of left. But the other
What
four,
kind of cars? I know I saw the Porsche 911 given away. Um, then I had
Aston Martin. It was an
okay,
Aston Martin,
okay.
a Ferrari. I don't know. I don't know cars that well, so I don't know the numbers that go along with it to help you understand how much they cost. Um, but the Aston Martin, the Ferrari, the Porsche 911, of course, that you just named, and then what was the fourth one? There was another one. And I did say the Lamborghini, and the Lamborghini was the most expensive of the lot.
That's the one I forgot. Give away a Lamborghini. Okay.
You forgot the Lamborghini? No, that was not a forgettable one. I'm hoping that. Oh, Mercedes GTS. There it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
So that
That's
was
what
the
that's
fifth.
what folks in the questions box. They know.
There's a
Ferrari, Mercedes, Lambo, Aston. Yeah, they know.
They know
Hey,
how much they cost, huh?
so roughly, someone give me an idea of what some of those cars might cost. I'd be curious to know.
What someone said to me was that when they had those cars on the stage, it was about $2.5 million worth of cars. So,
Probably. Yeah.
okay, what are they saying in the questions box, Doc? Doc.
I'm waiting for those. They still were just naming the cars. I don't see the numbers yet. So they said really the Porsche 911 is a $900,000 car?
It's the cheapest one on the stage.
Really?
It was the
I'm
cheapest
not,
one on the stage.
I'm not much into. I'm not much of a bling bling guy like that. I mean, I want to really not, I believe in having a nice house, but all the other stuff. The
I
Mercedes
was
one
told sitting
for
in the audience that the Porsche was the least expensive car on the stage.
I've got various prices, but I got a Lambo for $500,000. A lot of money. Scam.
Oh yeah, Big Connect, Big Connect scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. But he gave away all of this stuff. Um, but I know that you've seen the email telling us that they're going to have a debit card.
So what did they say about? I mean, was there something before what we saw on the live stream? Was there any meetings before the live stream, or what we saw on the live stream is what you experienced?
What we saw on the live stream is what I experienced, but James told me there was some other things that was going on that I didn't see, and there was some leadership meetings and so forth, and they were right now everybody was just feeling their way on how
Sure,
to put this all together, because this is the first,
sure.
and but they did a great job for it being the first. That's number one. I mean, they did a really, really good job of bringing this all together, and having people get their the people who are coming in, get their tags, get their things to go sit down, to do whatever they need to do, and also the VIPs that were a part of the leadership that were getting all of the things on the stage, and also they had people that they were getting um, the testimonials from, and when we had a New Yorker who, you know, hey, they said it's a scam, not. I'm making $1,400 a day, and where is the scam in this?
So, Quinn, I tell you what, we've got a lot of newbies. We've got a lot of our folks that um, invited guests to tonight's webinar. Let's talk about from what your vantage point was there, where you see BitConnect from a longevity standpoint, and then I want to, Gary, I want to briefly hit on what we are doing to help you to grow your BitConnect business, unlike anything that anybody out there probably is doing. Okay, so Queen, from a longevity standpoint,
From a longevity standpoint, they did say that they will be on more exchanges. From a longevity standpoint, they did, the BitConnect card, the BitConnect debit card, where you can transfer your money and then use that debit card like BitPay, Doc? You like BitPay?
Yeah, yeah. Do you know if it's going to be in some of the, because I know that some of the countries
Let me.
outside of the U.S. and outside of the EU, um, we're having problems with MasterCard and Visa, where some countries, let's say like Australia and Canada and what have you, might not be able to use um, debit
Well,
cards. Did they talk about that at all? What regions would be available?
well, I know the currencies that are available. Let me just and the currency is the U.S. dollar, the GBP, and the euro. So those are the currencies to start with, and it's with a bank that had basically said that they weren't going to work, I guess, work with this anymore, and then now they are. Okay.
So there's a sounds like some type of banking relationship that BitConnect has. People are going to be able to have a debit card, so it's going to make it much easier for them to move various cryptocurrencies around, being able to spend cryptocurrencies, making it more of a currency. Although I don't want to spend it, to be honest with you, but there's going to
Well,
be
we have to. We're in this so we can do some stuff. So we have to spend a little.
okay. Um,
Um,
so someone wanted Queen. Someone wanted us, since they've got quite a few new folks, just to talk about real quickly, and then get back to here. What are we doing to assist them in building their network? And so, if I could take about 5 minutes or 7 minutes to cover that real
oh,
quickly, and then we'll get
yeah,
back here.
CRB,
Okay.
CRB, go.
Well, but see, they've got a lot of folks. There's a lot of newbies here that don't even know what CRB is. So,
I
if I
know. So
could,
we gotta tell them what CRB is, don't we?
yeah. So let's just take a few moments to do this. It's very interesting, Queen, because on YouTube there are a lot of people that are on YouTube, really phenomenal marketers that are promoting BitConnect and promoting other lending platforms. There's been a barrage of new lending platforms in the past 6 weeks. We've probably seen 20 that have popped up, all looking to model after BitConnect because of the BitConnect success. And what's interesting is when you watch these YouTubers, they're phenomenal marketers. All right, and they've got their links in there, and they have people joining them left and right and right and left. I saw a guy, um, he looks like he's got in a short period of time like 400 personal referrals. And I watch a lot of their content because it's good. But you know what I find missing? Nobody talks about what they're doing to help others build their teams. So let me tell you what we've done if you are newer here, okay? We've been in this space, in this marketing space since '94. We have had companies pay us 5 figures a month to train. This is what we love to do. Now I know you thought it was my golden silky vocals. I know you thought it was my ability, my hip hop skills with my lyrical miracleness. But my true passion and what I love to do is to teach and to train, and we're really good at it. What we found out, we were promoting an offer back in 2011, and we stumbled across this. We started doing videos, but instead of putting our name to it, we wouldn't put our name to it. We would do videos so that anyone that was following us could leverage that content. And there were people that weren't on our team that leveraged our content. And so did it impact our team? No. But we did what was right. All right. We understand the laws of the universe. If you want to get, you got to give, 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 give. That team ultimately grew. Our team ultimately grew to over 250,000 folks worldwide. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that we started creating content that anyone that was following us could leverage. So people, instead of sending folks to YouTube and perhaps losing their potential recruit to a very skilled YouTube marketer, they were able to leverage the content that we produced. We never mentioned our name, so nobody knew to look us up on Facebook or Twitter or what have you. And now what we've done, we've taken that to a much higher level. We back in, I think, 2012, 2013. We invested like $20,000 in one marketing mastermind group, and 5,000 in another, and 10,000 in another. And one of the things we learned to do is to build what we call funnel-based systems. So if you've struggled in marketing, let me tell you why. I can tell you exactly why you've struggled if you've struggled in marketing. Number one, you haven't been capturing the lead. All right, you've got to have a way to capture the lead. Most people are not going to join or buy the first time they see or hear the message. So you have to capture the lead, one. Number two, you have to have a robust follow-up sequence. So with our system, when someone opts in to get more information, they're going to immediately be taken to a presentation page. We're going to talk about our entire 5-step DIGI Millionaire roadmap, and then we'll talk about BitConnect, but only after they understand how we're going to assist them to getting to what we call DIGI Millionaire status. 30-day video follow-up sequence, something you've probably never seen before. And every email that gets sent out to your prospect with a video link, never mentions my name, has a call to action button that's going to pop up during that video. They click on that call to action button, it will take them to your, not mine, not Queen's, your BitConnect site to register with you. Okay? So all these YouTubers out there, and they're getting a tremendous amount of referrals. We haven't done anything on YouTube yet, right? We haven't done anything on YouTube yet. We've been working on developing systems that any one of you can use. Now, here's the other issue, all right? So you need a lead capture page, one. You need a robust follow-up sequence, number two. Now you've got to get some traffic. You got to get some eyeballs to your offer, but most people don't know how to generate traffic, all right? And so what we've done is we have hired a search traffic agency, Yahoo and Bing ads, Google AdWords, there might be some YouTube paid ads, okay? Let them do all that stuff, you know, optimizing their campaign and split testing and all this stuff that just makes my mind go, makes my head hurt, all right? Because I'm not a techie at all. I can produce content, and I can sing, oh, the golden silky vocals. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Woo, that boy is talented. So what we've done is we've hired a search traffic agency. We'll be rolling out that marketing campaign very soon. So you have an amazing model with BitConnect for my new people. Quinn, I'm talking to my new people real quickly, where you take some capital, you never invest anything you're not willing to lose. All right, if you can't afford to lose it, you can't afford to invest it. You lend it to BitConnect. They go and they do some trading in the crypto space, maybe even trading their own coin, and then they pay us on a daily basis a variable rate of return. It's been averaging the last 6 months about 0.94% a day. So over time, you're able, especially if you compound, you're able to really grow a massive balance. Two quick things here about BitConnect, and then Quinn, I'll give it back to you. We've got one of our members that started with BitConnect. $1,010 is what they started with. They have no referrals just yet, so they've not gotten any commissions. Started in July, I think 23rd-ish or so. And Queen, this would be their 4th month. By November 23rd, they'll be at $1,000 a month that they're earning from BitConnect with no referrals.
Wow.
With no referrals. Now, where else do you go and do that? $1,010. They'll be earning $1,000 a month 4 months later with no referrals. Talked to them the other day, and what they decided to do, all right, because they don't need the cash right now, and everybody's going to be different. They're going to compound for a full year. And we did the numbers, Queen, and they're going to probably be well over a $20,000 balance, earning over $6,000, close to $7,000 a month if they never referred anybody. Now, let your $1,000 sit in the bank, no referrals, what's it going to be worth a year from now? What,
Uh,
$1,005?
no, I mean, well, it could be, but Doc, guess what? Inflation, doesn't that take the value down?
Right, yeah, yeah, but it won't be worth. It may look like 1,000, but it won't be worth 1,000 because of inflation. Um, uh, and Queen, what I just shared with you, we detail that in one of our follow-up messages. They gave us access to be able to go into their account. We actually go into their account on screen. That's one of the follow-up messages that you're going to access with our system. Then we have another person. This person is actually a great grandmother. Um, Started off with about the same, $1,150, but they've referred a few folks, and this is before we even launched our marketing campaign. Now, they're not a recruiting guru, but they referred a few that referred a few that referred a few. Okay, and they got started, I think, on June the 28th with $1,150. They referred a few that referred a few that referred a few. Um, they told me that their balance now, Queen, is up to 29,000, which probably means they're generating about $9,000 a month in interest. $9,000 a month.
All right.
And that's a great grandmother.
Yes.
And that's before our marketing has really started. She just referred a few that referred a few that referred a few. So that was for, I had some questions in the questions box. I had some folks saying, hey, could you say something real quickly? Because I got a lot of folks that's here for the first time and they don't really understand all of this stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we know how to build teams. We know how to build organizations. $250,000. By the way, we built that in 17 months. Okay. And we built that without all the things that we've been putting in place. For those of you that have been following us for a long time and you've been saying, boy, I'll be glad when the marketing starts, that's because what we've done, we've never done before. And I haven't seen anybody do what we're doing. So longevity, Gary, certainly looks like she's going to be here for the long haul. And then we're building systems around her and other income streams so that you have multiple streams of income. With that being said, Queen, is back in your hands.
All right. So as we go through this night of wonders, there's one of the cars sitting on there. I don't know cars, so I'm not sure which one it is.
Anybody know what's that? Is that the Aston Martin? I don't know.
I think it is, but I wasn't going to say that because, like I said, I don't really know cars.
Got you.
And there you go. There's a lineup, and there's the folks on the stage who actually won those cars.
I know James Harris when he emailed me, and I don't know if he's on here or not. I asked him if his schedule allows. I'd love for him and maybe even Sheila to come out on next week on our webinar so we can hear from them also since they were there. One of the things James was saying is that he got a renewed focus, and that what he saw was it wasn't a lot of people from the U.S. There's a lot of people from the Asian nations, but not from the U.S. And he was like, look, it's time for us to get up off our butt and go build this thing.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It was okay. There were quite a few of us there from the U.S., but really and truly, there were a lot more people from Thailand. There were a lot more people from Korea, South Korea. There were a lot more people from even, I think, Vietnam than it was from the U.S. They had this room. So guess whose turn it is now? We got to turn this up.
Yeah.
We have to turn this up. So next year we'll be turning this out. And this was no slouch. This was for a first event. Network marketing. Usually, what do you get for a network marketing first event, Doc?
You get if it's a good company, you might get something out in Vegas and some T-shirt giveaways.
No. But how many people usually would show up though?
Oh, you might have 1,000 if it's a first event. You might have 1,000.
You might have 1,000, maybe 1,000, but they won't be giving away $5 million of stuff.
Queen, my wife and I, because she was watching the live stream too, and we've been. We come from the old school before the internet network marketing, where you had your big annual shindig, and it was in Vegas, for instance, and We were with a company called World Marketing Alliance, led by Hubert Humphrey. He knew how to put on a show. You know, we had Muhammad Ali at one of the events. We had right after the one of the Iraq wars, the Daddy Bush. Right after that war,
Yeah.
General Norman Schwartz, was it
Oh,
Schwarzkopf?
yeah. The Gulf War.
Yeah, all right. He was there. I mean, phenomenal entertainment, and they gave away a lot of stuff, but Hubert never gave away $2 million worth of cars
Yeah. Or $2 million.
or $2 million. He gave away a lot of plaques.
There was a lot of
But
people. Okay, top YouTubers reward.
yeah, East Coast Crypto, I know them.
What were you saying? Look at there though.
How
$10,000.
many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Five people got $10,000.
I think
And that
Danny Robinson sent me a video the other day from somebody on YouTube, and it turns out that particular, and which was a great YouTube video, by the way. It turns out that person was one of the $10,000 winners. But see, this is why our system is so important, okay? Because if what you did was you went on Facebook and you just started posting BitConnect, what's going to happen is your prospect is going to run over to YouTube, is going to find one of those top YouTube promoters that just made $10,000, and they're going to join them and not you. That's why you have to have a contained system where the video training presentation is structured in such a way that it provides value before it ever mentions the name of the offer. All right, before they even hear in our first sales presentation, before they ever even hear BitConnect, we've given them so much value that they're not going over to YouTube to find somebody else because we've already provided the value. However, they don't know how to join me unless they're in my system. They don't even know who me is. They don't know my name. They don't have any idea who I am. So when a call to action button pops up, and they click, they go to your site, not mine. That's why what we're doing is taking a while. That's why what we're doing is so important, because there's no way if you're not a skilled YouTube promoter yourself, there's no way you can go on YouTube and compete with the YouTube promoters that are out there promoting BitConnect, because there's some phenomenal YouTube promoters. They have huge channels. They do videos every day. My Joe and Susie average, there's no way you'd compete. That's why we're developing systems so that you can compete, and keep this in mind again. While it seems like everybody in the world knows about BitConnect, nobody does. Queen, you're saying wasn't nobody there from the U.S. hardly? Wasn't that many people?
Not many. It was. We had maybe 10 tables, I think. But compared to all the other countries who had, a few dozen tables, that's not much. We got work to do.
Hey, Mike, you know about WMA? You know about WMA? You know about Hubert Humphrey, my hero, my biggest hero in this industry? That's why I cut my teeth, man. 5 years with him, man. 5 years, buddy.
Oh, you're looking in the questions box.
Yeah.
But they had top lenders award, top affiliates reward.
Wow.
And top BitConnect supporters reward. Cash reward $50,000. Now there was a list of these folks that came under here, so, and you're not gonna be able to see all of them. Up there's 4 showing up right here.
4. That's 200,000.
Exactly. It didn't take much to add this up to
Wow.
about $5 million.
What I hope this does is gives you confidence that she is a bedrock and is here for the long haul, and that if some of these other lending platforms get it right, I mean, the way I see BitConnect as it relates to this entire digi space, I see BitConnect as like the Bitcoin of the marketing lending space. The question is, who's going to be Ethereum? Is it going to be Regal Coin? Is it going to be Hextra Coin? Is it going to be, who's going to be Ethereum? Who's going to be Ripple, number 3? Who's going to be Bitcoin Cash, number 4? Okay. And somebody else is going to do a good job of modeling. And BitConnect should be our flagship. Should be our flagship because she's proven, she's been here a year. You can see the money that she gave away. If you want to go and take the site down and go run with the money, you don't do that. You don't give away all that money that they did there. And remember, one of the reasons we started promoting her to start with is that we've got a third-party site in coinmarketcap.com that we can reference to check out the relative health of BitConnect. And what have we seen? We've seen her go from the 18 to 21 position on CoinMarketCap at about $300 million in market cap to inching up in the top 15 to inching up in the top 10. As of this morning, she spent a little time at number 6, and she spent a little time at just over 2 billion in market cap. Back to you, Queen. That looks like y'all were having fun right there. with the open bar too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aren't they having fun?
Yeah, they're having fun.
Hear it. I'm gonna have to set it up so you can hear it the next time.
Okay, they're having fun.
And I mean, what you see here, what you see them doing here on the screen now, this is their video.
They had a couple.
They have Doc. I have all of them.
Oh really?
Oh really? Yeah.
Oh cool.
I have all of them. My intent was to, during the half an hour before, was to play those instead of you doing your thing.
Oh, but you weren't here.
I know. I was trying to put it all together.
Okay.
I'm still lagging behind. Just so you know, I'm still.
Okay. You lagged out. I got you. That was a long flight.
Very long flight, and then going out there, they made it even longer, Doc.
Oh.
They made it even longer. The first leg of the flight was late, and so we sitting in China, and the Chinese are not nice. We're sitting in the airport. I'm like, I don't want to sit here anymore. I want to go home. They give you some mean looks. Well, like you getting ready to blow up their country. No, I just want to leave. I didn't want to come here to start with. I'm trying to go to Thailand.
Oh, wow. You were under John Pham. Wow. I'm sorry. I just saw something in the questions box reminiscing about the days of World Marketing Alliance. John Pham. I remember when John was making, what was it, like $200,000 or $300,000 a month, and connected to Schwan Nguyen, who was making $700,000 a month. Wow, Mike. Wow, man. Cool. Cool. I'm sorry, I was having a.
That's okay. That's okay. Everybody else was watching the screen, and they were seeing what was going on with the BitConnect video.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've all wanted to have that confidence that this was a system that was here long term. We're seeing amazing results even before we really gotten the marketing into place, just from the lending, just from the lending, and it's been so consistent. Queen, I know when the market hadn't moved much, I know we're going to have a low day in a couple of days as it relates to the paying of the interest. When we have a nice movement up or down, I know that we're going to have a higher interest, and of course we've got they actually have a real-time interest chart on BitConnect site. We had, right before Queen went out, we had one of our loans that came due. Remember, you have a capital release. Depending on the loan amount will determine when your capital will be released. We did a video on that, by the way, Queen, and we did a
Okay.
video. We did a video so that it will be in the email series too, from about the capital release. So we had the capital release. It was sitting right there, right when it was supposed to, and we could have withdrawn it out. We liked the fact that it was earning us a great amount of daily interest, so we decided to relend it. But we could have just as easily have withdrawn it out. We've seen major growth in the coin. When we first got started with BitConnect back in, we started looking at it in May, and I think we set up a demo account just to kind of test the first part of June, and then we went in with a little bit larger of a loan later on that month. And the coin was more in the 40s. By the time we made our larger loan, it was at, I think, at 52, and now it's at 260. And it wasn't that long ago that she hit 100, and she just kind of like blew through 100 and blew through 200. I think it was like 6 weeks ago. Six to 8 weeks ago on the coin, she had come down because Bitcoin had come down. And I think I picked up some at 92 for our DG co-ops. We picked up some and the 115 to 130 mark, and we're still holding on. So those of you who are part of the DG co-ops, you've done well because of the BitConnect coin, not just the lending, but the BitConnect coin. So, Quinn, what else you want to tell us about this weekend?
This weekend was it was so eye-opening. It was eye-opening not only for what they're bringing to the table for us in the future, but it was eye-opening in what has happened to a lot of folks around the world, around the globe, and just that they took it on faith and they ran with it.
Yeah.
So we need to run with this. We don't have to take it on faith anymore because it's done. It's a done deal. All we have to do is do it.
I saw one guy said he's doing $20,000 a day.
Yes, but I mean, just think about it. Some of these people only started. They started with $100 and decided they wanted to build this thing.
Yeah.
So you can start where you are, and just start telling some people, because you know what happens when you tell somebody, and they come in with $100. Begin at the beginning, about every 10 days, they're going to put back in 10. And if you keep right on telling folks, and they come in, if they only come in with 100, every 10 days they're going to put back in 10. And guess what? That happens for you. You get that what is 7%?
Yep. Yeah. And that's so important. For those of you, some of you will understand this, some of you won't. Just bear with me. Queen, if you remember, back in 2011, 2012, we're promoting a particular enterprise. Okay?
I do remember. Okay. That's what I keep trying to. It doesn't take a lot.
Yeah. All right. We're promoting this particular enterprise, and in 17 months, we were there for 17 months. That particular enterprise, I mean, our team made tens of millions of dollars. Okay. Of course, we had a large team, but made tens of millions of dollars in that period of time. But let me tell you something that was different about how that model. Remember, Queen, with that model, every 90 days,
right,
you had some drop off on your investment. You remember that?
Yes, I do. I remember that.
You don't have that here.
No, actually, you get back your investment after a certain period of time.
Yeah, you get back your investment, and from as you start to build a team, and again, even if you're not good at that kind of stuff yet, you will be if you become an intimate part of our following, come into CRB DIGI Millionaires, use our systems that we're developing for you. Queen, what happened when my capital release date came, and there was that big amount sitting in my lending wallet, and I decided to relend it because I want to keep getting the daily profits on that. What happened to the 7 levels above me? They got
Okay,
paid.
they got paid again on that amount of money.
So I invested X amount. It was more than it was the $10,010 range. Okay, it might have been 10,500 bucks, something like that. That was my first big loan. All right, so I invested that, right, Queen? Seven
Right.
levels above me got paid. All right,
Well,
then
actually, more than that, Doc, because it goes down into infinity. So how whatever's up above you got paid.
yeah, right, okay. Then as I as I chose to compound, all right. Some I took out and with my coin portfolio and what have you, but then I compounded quite a bit of it. That every time I compounded, that generated commissions. Okay, and then when they freed up my capital, and I decided on my own accord to relend it, guess what? That generated another huge commission
Yes.
because it was a larger amount. So, Queen, we've got a lot of folks that, whether you are started off with $100 and at some point that capital is going to be released, if you want to take it out, you can. If you redeploy it, that's just more commissions that happens for the entire organization. Somebody was asking about um, uh, compounding strategies. Everybody's going to be different, okay? But if you are compounding, and let's say you're just getting started, you start off with $100. Any interest you get from your daily profits and any commissions. So let's say you refer someone, or they refer someone, or they refer someone, and those folks make a lend or a relend, you're getting commissions. Okay, that shows up in your lending wallet. It is withdrawable. You can convert it into BitConnect coin and just hold on to the coin or trade the coin. You can convert it to BitConnect coin and then to Bitcoin and then withdraw it out and do whatever you want to do with it. Okay, what we recommend is that anytime you go into your system and you see $10 or more, go on and relend it. One thing it does is, one, it helps you to compound. The other thing it does, it makes for a great story. Queen, if I was trying to get someone to join me, and let's say maybe they were in my local area, you know what I do?
What, Doc?
I log into my account.
Yeah.
I let them see all of those lens that are paying whatever they're paying. You know, the account of the person that they allow us to use to do some training. Um, they got, like, last time I counted, like 80 lens, so they're getting 80 payments a day. Is that doggone impressive or doggone impressive? That's doggone impressive. And it doesn't matter, Queen. It doesn't matter that they didn't start off with $10,000. The fact that they're able to show that, and in the email series, guess what we do, Queen? We got a few of the video pages, the training pages. That's what we do. We go live into an account. We show that without showing anybody sensitive information, and you're able to also use those as standalone sales pages as well. Queen, you sound like you had a. I'm a little jealous. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, you just ought to be, because I saw a lot. I mean, I felt the energy, the electricity, just the whole thing that was going on in that room, and then just to look and see what the leaders in BitConnect put together for all of us to enjoy that evening, plus the giveaways that they did, plus
Awesome.
plus what they put together. Because when I look at the videos, that's great marketing materials. You'll see those coming up. I'll be sharing those as we move forward. The great videos that they put together. The music videos is what I'm saying, and it was all about BitConnect and cryptocurrency.
When you say you have those videos, are you talking about something you took on your camera
No,
or your phone,
no,
or?
I have the professional version of all those videos.
Okay, yeah, okay, Queen. Yeah, I definitely want to get that because we can use that in the campaign also.
Yes, I have yours. I
Oh,
did. I did. I thought about you. Didn't I tell you I had something special for you?
yes, you did.
Well, I got a copy for you, just for you, Doc.
Hey, tell me about the cash raining down from the sky. What was that? I thought I saw some. I didn't know the
Oh,
cash
that
was
was
laying
when they
on
were.
top of
Oh, way. That was when they were talking about the new debit card, and they had actually had like a sample ATM machine on the
Right,
thing.
right.
So when the ATM machine pushed out the cash to that person, they made all this stuff come flying out of the sky, and all those folks started running for it, and it was fake. I even saved a $50 bill for you too, Doc.
Oh, I wasn't sure because I saw somebody and it looked real.
It did look real.
I
It
was
did
like,
look real, and that's
and
why
I,
those folks was getting ready to go crazy over there. And because I saw them, well, I was like, oh shucks. But I have one of the 50s, so
wow.
it wasn't real, but it was looking awfully real coming down.
Okay. It looked
It was
real on
looking
camera.
awfully real.
I
But
was
I
like,
mean,
are you
and it would
serious?
have been that would have been real special.
All right. Are you serious?
Oh no, they would have been beating up each other had that been real. I can tell you that now. So no, it's a good thing it wasn't real. But it was started raining down, and they were just grabbing for it. And so I mean, it actually was. I mean, the whole thing was us being able to grab our. I mean, because you're going to be able to sign up for it December 1.
For the
Your
for the car.
card. Yeah, for your Big Connect card,
That's
and
all.
it is awesome. So yes, Big Connect is here, folks. So just hey, let's get busy. Let's make this thing
But
explode.
let's talk about that BitConnect card because let me tell you what that does. Um, because now it's not just a Bitcoin card. You know, with BitPay, for instance, which I love. It's a it's a debit card. You load Bitcoin onto it. You basically convert Bitcoin into cash. All right, or into to spendable cash, and you can use that debit card anywhere that they take Mastercard or Visa or what have you. But now think of people being able to load the BitConnect coin onto a card and be able to use that as spendable, what have you. That just
It just that took BitConnect coin up to another level.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
just think what I mean, and did it show that BitConnect is a finite number of coins, just like Bitcoin?
It's how many million? 28
28
million?
billion?
Yeah, only 28 million coins.
Yeah, will ever be produced.
Yeah, only 28 million.
So what's that going to do to the value of each BitConnect coin, just like the Bitcoin?
I, and again, I'm blown away because the fact that today she spent a little time at number 6. That's just crazy. She's at number 7 right now, $1.9 billion market cap. Um, wow, wow, that's so. Listen, we'll have other platforms that we'll talk about. A lot of them will be from just from an ICO perspective, not necessarily a lending perspective. But BitConnect needs to be our Bitcoin in this space. This is why we refer to it as our flagship. Um, so if hopefully you got a chance to see it. Unfortunately, Queen, I thought I was going to be able to grab the video and put it in our back office, but they took it down for some reason, and so I haven't taken the time to see if there's some other YouTubers out there that have that video that we can pull down and put it in the back office. But I know my vision was stretched.
Yeah, and I mean definitely mine is because I was there to see it in action. I was there to feel the electricity in the room.
Okay,
I was there to see all of the
rub
activity that
it
was
in,
going
won't you?
on
Rub it in,
and what
won't
they
you?
put together.
Yeah, you're rubbing it in. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just not rubbing it in, to say I was there. So the bottom line is I saw all of this in action. So I'm here to give you my feeling on it all. And I mean, just say, let's not stop. Let's get moving.
Yeah.
Stop. Let's do this thing.
Yeah. My gosh.
That thing that we did in 2012.
Oh, this is
Let's put that
so
to
much
shame.
bigger than
The
that.
bottom line is this is so much bigger.
So much bigger than that. And oh, Queen, here's the big one. They ain't in the U.S.
That's exactly right. They can't take it away.
No, they don't even have a U.S. based URL, Queen.
No, they don't.
Now, for those of you who don't
No.
understand that, the U.S. tends to be the heaviest hand when it comes to regulations. So it's great that we've got this great model, but it's not under the purview of, the heavy hand of the U.S.
So this is huge. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we're gonna take just a few minutes, question answer. Just a couple. We only had time for a couple of questions. So,
Wait,
yeah.
somebody, I won't mention the whole name. Someone, you remember something that we promoted called CF? They said CF who?
You know what? Now that you said that though, but I heard that they're coming back. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I heard that they were coming back. They have every intention of coming back. They were just trying to figure out how they haven't. The funds have not been turned loose yet, and they were just basically trying to figure out what was the best way to do it. And of course, for me, the best way to do it is just to give everybody back, and then let's get started all over again. Because that's going to be because if you don't, then everybody's going to, put a run on it.
Let's answer just a couple quick questions. Someone was asking about your lens. If you started off with $100 and then you came back and did another $100, remember each lend in the system stands on its own merits. Look at each lend as its own contract. Okay, so you've got really 5 tiers. The 4 tiers that you see on screen is $100 to $1,000. Then $1,010 to $5,000, then $5,010 to $10,000, and then $10,000 on $10 and higher. The 5th one that's not on screen is the fact that you can relend. So your minimum initial lend is $100. Thereafter, once you're in the system, you can relend every time that you have $10 or more in your lending wallet. It's in increments of $10.
In increments of 10. Yeah.
So if you've got $17.42, you would be relending $10. The $7.42 would carry over, okay? And then once that reaches at least $10, you could relend. But each of those lends, look at that as a separate standalone contract that will have its own capital release date. So anything less than $1,010, your capital is in play for 299 days. After 299, that lend amount or relend amount is released in your lending wallet. Now, if you want to relend it, you can. If you want to take it out, you can. You want to do any variation, you can. Okay. So each lend stands on its own merit with BitConnect. When you get into the so for instance, the account where the I say young lady, but she's a great grandma, where her balance is now up to $29,000. She didn't start there. She started with $1,150 lend, and then every day, if she saw $10 or more, she would relend it. Then she started earning some commissions. She would lend some of the commissions. And that's just now been a snowball effect. So here it is. I think she's been in the system since late June. Here we are in November. It hasn't even been a full 5 months. And now she's got a referral network. She's probably doing about $9,000 a month just in the interest. And none of her lends have come due yet. because they were longer time periods, because she started off with $1,010. So she's going to be earning for quite some time on those lens she has. And then what's going to happen is once her initial capital is released, so she invested whatever she invested, and it started earning, and then she's relending $10 here and $20 here and what have you. So Queen, a few months down the road, she's going to start having all these lend amounts that return their capital. $10 capital return here, $50 capital return there, $100 capital return there from all of those lends and relends.
Right.
This is such a powerful compounding system. You get your money back, after your certain period. And Queen, we haven't even started.
We haven't. I mean, we can see by the convention that the bottom line is we, especially those of us who are in the U.S., Australia, the UK, let's say the Thailanders, the Thai folks, the Koreans, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, they got us. So what are we gonna do?
We're gonna kick some butt.
Yeah, we're gonna get busy.
Yeah, we're gonna get busy. We're gonna kick. Yeah. This. Now we believe in multiple streams of income, so we're gonna have multiple streams of income. But this system, Queen, I've done the numbers. My gosh, I've done the numbers. I'm talking about numbers for people that haven't even referred anybody, because I'm seeing that happen. I'm already seeing that. Just a little time in the system, you got a person who went from $1,010. They're closing in on a $3,000 balance, which is going to get them close to, by the end of this month, they'll be at $1,000 a month, Queen. Yep. And now they're going to start being able to do some of the other things we want them to do, like have a coin portfolio budget, marketing budget, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So listen, Queen, we've got to get ready for the Digi Trading Lab. For those of you that are members with us here at CRB Digi Millionaires, we're going to switch over to our Digi Trading Lab, but that's on a different webinar link. So what you need to do is you need to go in your back office in CRB. We change that link once a month, and so we've just changed it. So last week's link is no longer active. Go in under your calendar. You're going to see two webinar links. The first one was for this webinar here. The second webinar link is what you need to get on. What we're going to talk about is an ICO play that we did that generated 8,972% in returns in 6 weeks. And what we did when we got out of that trade. We're going to talk about another ICO where one of our members was able to get 1,500 of those H coins, Queen, 1,500. Yesterday, his $1,500 worth of coins was worth over 20,000. Did you hear me?
Yes,
and there was another ICO play that we recommended a few weeks ago. I didn't even know it hit the exchanges, and there was a glitch in the reporting of it. So it looked like at first, Queen, that ICO was way underwater, because the reporting, and it may even be showing that now when we get into that get into the exchange. It looked like we had lost a ton of money on that, Queen, but then it looks like they reported it wrong. And so when we look at what the actual price is, it's up significantly. So some of you are going to be in a good position. You didn't even know it. All right. So guess what? We're going to see you on that webinar. Now, if you are here and you are a guest of someone, you need to get, connect with them. You need to get their CRB Digi Millionaire link. Take a 7-day test drive. It's just $1. Thereafter, just $50 a month. My very dear buddy, had he not been a CRB member, he would not have known about that particular ICO that took $1,500 and parlayed it into 20,000. So is it worth $50 a month? All right. And we give you 7 days to test that out. if you're joining right away, and someone sends you their link, there's going to be a 2-minute video right before you take your test drive. Please watch that video so that you set things up properly so you won't get frustrated and our support won't get frustrated. We have a lot of people who won't watch that 2-minute video and then their site didn't get set up right because they didn't follow instructions or didn't know to follow instructions. If you do that in the next few moments, you'll be able to jump into the webinar with us. If you don't do that in the next few moments, we are going to record it and we will put it in our back office and you'll be able to see that as early as late tomorrow or what have you, okay? So with that being the case, Queen, thank you so much for taking that long trip out there and being our eyes and our ears and giving us some hope that this is going to be here for the long run. That being said, we love it.
Next time, Doc.
It's
going to be first class flights. On those long distances, it's nothing.
Oh, I got you.
we cannot do the business or the econ or any of that. We got to go first class because you got to stretch out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I am telling you.
All right, guys and guys, we'll see you on the next webinar. Love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours, Queen. Now we know this every day can be what, Queen?
It can be payday, Doc.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.